And we're back. Welcome to And in This podcast, where we settle the score on who's the best. That includes best music, best movies, best TV, best anything. Y'all know my slogan. If you don't agree, debate your auntie. All right, and we're back. We are going to talk about. I should have done. Actually, I recorded this a couple times, but I had some technical issues. But I'm going to give you guys my honest review on the movie Michael. It came out 2 weeks ago now, and it's doing great. It's doing great in the box office. I believe it is the number 2 all-time music biopic, right behind Bohemian Rhapsody. And it's placed, I believe, in the top 10 of biopics. I believe so, at 400 plus mil. Like I said, in over 2 weeks. So it's doing great. Everybody keep watching it. Let's get this pushed to over 1 billion if we can. Let's get 1 billion. This movie was supposed to show everything about Michael Jackson, from the good, the bad, the ugly, the top, the bottoms, and all the way around. But y'all know they had to change the ending. We'll get into that later. So it changed the outcome of the movie, which if you live in that era, which many of us did, you understand what was changed, what was taken out, and you probably don't know why it was. And we'll get into that as well. So today I'm going to break down Michael, what it gets right, what it avoids, whether this is an actual story of Michael Jackson or just the version they want us to remember. All right, so long-awaited Michael Jackson biopic, directed by Antoine Fuqua, who also directed Training Day, and it was written by John Logan. So right away, you know that there was something serious going on about this movie. And with the full involvement of the Jackson estate, this film had access to something that a lot of biopics, they don't, and that's the actual music. So because the estate was supportive of this movie, the music was cleared. So why does that matter? What is Michael Jackson known for? He's known for the music. So the music that's inside of the movie, it matters. It is huge. The film follows Michael Jackson, Michael from his childhood, early stages of the Jackson 5, all the way up through I would say, between the Thriller and Bad eras. So we're talking about a good 30 years of just that particular era, at least 30 years. But when you're talking about Michael Jackson, you're talking at least 40, almost 50 years of his life. And we're trying to compact all of those years into a 2-hour film. We can't do it. You just can't do it. No matter how much you try, you can't do it. I personally feel that the movie should have been an era. I'm Southern. I'm Southern. It should be an era film, meaning if you look at the movie Selma, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., right? Y'all know that. But they focused on a time period, which was the actual Selma piece. I think this movie should have been called Thriller, and it should have focused on the making of Thriller, because that's kind of what it seemed like. To go back to the Jackson 5 scenes, they felt alive, they felt energetic, and it has some very, very good parts of the entire movie were from the Jackson 5 scenes. You are able to see the dominance of a young Michael. The kid who played Michael, I mean, he embodied that scene. Like, he embodied his scenes. He was dancing his behind off. And if I did some research, He was singing some parts, but they had the actual songs, I think, over like an overlay on top of his vocals. So the singing parts. So, but you can tell that kid, man, his performance, the dance, like just the dancing alone, like he embodied that role. So great job for you, young Michael. And let me check my notes. No, I had it here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll get to it. But Coleman Domingo, who played Joe Jackson, whew, that man was cynical. Golly. If you watched the Jackson American Dream from the early 90s, you remember that Joe Jackson. And again, that TV series was a 2-part series. I think both were 2 hours long, or at least almost 2 hours long each. And they were able to cover a lot more, but they really only focus on the Jackson 5, the Jacksons part. So they didn't go too in depth of Michael as a solo artist. But that Joe Jackson was wild. And if you didn't watch our interview with oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I'll put the name right here when I go through my edits. Go watch that interview. He played Joe Jackson in the Jackson American Dream. So we did have a chance to interview him. Great interview, got some good insights, and it was beautiful. Musically is where the movie really wins. Again, because of the estate's involvement, we were able to get all of the great music from the Jacksons to the Jackson 5. Those are two separate entities to Michael Jackson. So that was a win for us. How was the transitions from beginning to end? For me, the movie was very quick, meaning they didn't focus on an era for long. They kind of moved on. And for me, it's hard to do that with a polarizing figure such as Michael Jackson. You got to slow cook that. I'm sorry. The Jackson 5 can be a standalone movie. The Jacksons can be a standalone movie. Again, two totally separate entities. Michael Jackson, The Wiz, Off the Wall can be its own movie. Thriller can be a movie. Bad can be a movie. And of course, the 90s can be a movie, meaning Dangerous and the allegations that he was going through during that time. All of those separate places could be a movie about Michael Jackson. Even in the late 2000s, right when he was about to do the This Is It tour, and he had a couple of albums that dropped around that time. I think Invincible, and I can't think of the other album, but that actually can be a movie in itself. So we had different aspects of what different movies that we could potentially have because of Michael Jackson. Jaafar. Young man, I know your uncle is looking down and smiling. I know he's looking down and he's smiling, and he is happy of the job that you did. You embodied the role. You became your uncle. You became Michael Jackson. Michael, when I look, there were times growing up, we've seen Michael so much that you know who Michael is, the facial features and everything. But I think for me, Jaafar, you did such a great job. You looked like Michael, your mannerism, your talk, your voice, your dance moves. You really seemed like you were really your uncle, Michael Jackson. Kudos to you. And this is your first time acting, your first major move. This is ridiculous. You did a great great, great job, and I applaud you wholeheartedly. Um, you did great. You did great. Um, he did sing the songs, from my understanding. He did sing. So again, you did great, man. And I know a lot of us, not us, a lot of people have had a lot of their opinions and views on the movie. But when you understand the obstacles and roadblocks that came along, you have to understand why the movie ended up being the way it did. But it again, the movie focused on Michael's, his rise, his talent, his genius. Man, just, and I think they still didn't get all of Michael's genius as far as his creation, his creativity, everything. What's missing? Oh man, there were three key elements to me. Three elements that were missing. One, Diana Ross. She was so instrumental in the Jackson Five's rise to stardom, to fame. Her stamp, and for her not to be involved, it's tough. And not only her, Janet wasn't involved. You didn't see Janet in the movie. And who was it, Jackie or Randy? I can't remember which brother wasn't a part of the movie as well, but Reby, she wasn't in it either. So no Janet, no Diana, no Reby. And I want to say it's either Jackie or Randy, one of the two. I hope I'm correct. That's one miss. What you're missing. Two, no Wiz. Michael, in my opinion, Michael from Off the Wall and his everything after that started with the Wiz. If you go to his music scene in the Wiz, You Can't Win. That's where Michael Jackson was, who we, I think, know was born. The hee hee and the all of that, that's, to me, that's where that Michael was. That's when he became Michael. Spike Lee, I think around 2014, I want to say, Spike Lee did a documentary from Motown to Off the Wall. Yeah, I believe it's from Motown to Off the Wall. And that documentary focused on the Jacksons leaving Motown, getting to Epic, and Michael going solo and creating Off the Wall. If you have not watched that, I highly suggest you watch it, and you can find it on YouTube. And I'll put a link of the documentary in the description. So I'll definitely put that there. Man, you're missing. Okay, so that's two, and then you missed the third, which were the 90s, the allegations. It's part of his life. Whether you believe it, you don't believe it, it's part of his life. If you go back to the movie Ray had parts where you saw the drug use, the infidelity. You saw in What's Love Got to Do with It. You saw the domestic violence. So it changes. Well, one, they wrote the allegations in the movie. Court cases made them take it out. So when you take out the allegations, that is a major, major part of Michael's life. We're talking about a biopic, and if we're going to be true to his life, everything is going to be included. Now, again, if you minimize the movie and you focus on the era, then you don't have to hit those allegations until later. So, what do I think about that? I lived through the era, so I don't have to worry about seeing that part. For me, it was more on the Jackson 5 and coming up to the Thriller part. I was only 4 when Off the Wall released, but I was 7 when Thriller came out. And I mean, you could not escape Thriller. You couldn't escape it. So that was a major blow to the movie, especially when you wrote the movie a certain way. Now you can't have that, and now you're, hey, what are we going to do now? So almost like how Ryan Coogler had to rewrite Black Panther when oh my gosh, when I can't think of the name, when the original Black Panther died. He died. So what did they have to do? Rewrite the entire script. And that's a hard thing to do. It's very hard to do. So when you look at it, you're missing certain entities of the movie. But when it all boils down to it, is this a biopic or biopic? Is this a biopic, or is this just a feel-good story? I think it's both. It's a feel-good biopic of Michael Jackson. That's what it is. There are some very high points, very low points. There was a part when young Michael was singing, and Barry Gordy, played by Lorenz Tate, he started crying, and you could just see the emotion coming out. So I can't even imagine being in the studio listening to this kid sing at this kind of a level that he does, or that he did. So when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, it's a very entertaining movie. Strong performances, strong, incredible music performances. The dancing, even them recreating the Thriller video. What? What? That's probably the most famous music video of all time. I'm gonna say it is. It is the most famous music video, the most important, the most famous music video of all time. Debate your auntie if you don't agree with that. But just know what you're going, just know why you're going to watch the movie, and understand this is what you're going to get. Now, if you haven't watched the movie yet, spoiler alert, I'm telling you everything that's going on with the movie. Now, what you can do is save this video to your watch later or favorite watch later group, and come back and watch me later, or just watch it anyway. But before you do anything, I need all of y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button real quick. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And that's it. I do believe that they left the gate open to do a follow-up movie. And they also left, in my opinion, they left the gate open to do a prequel if you want to focus on the Wiz. If they some kind of way are able to get the Wiz and Off the Wall era, if people sign over and people be a part of the movie, hey, I think it'd be excellent. Again, the movie ended right after Thriller, but right before Bad, and going into the Bad, that can be its own movie as well. So we have a lot of, they still have some, they have a couple pathways they can travel to make even more movies. But again, to me, I enjoyed the movie. I would go watch it again. I'm most likely going to go watch it again. And again, great movie, great job, everybody. And hey, if we can, let's all get on the same page and let's all come together and say, you know what, it's bigger than me. It's about Michael. But I understand why some of you aren't. I get it. Sometimes it's bigger than public knowledge. I get it. But that's all I have for you today. Hey, go into the comment section. You know what I call that? My 2 cents. Leave your comments. Did you watch the movie? If you did, what did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Anything that stood out to you? How were the actors and actresses? Let me know. Let's converse in the comment section. You know, the only thing I ask, be respectful. Just be respectful. I don't care about nothing else. Be respectful. And I learned that by being a YouTuber. How can you support us? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that whenever we drop any new videos, you are instantly notified. And share our content. Please share our content. Like, subscribe, notification bell, and share the content. Let's leave some comments. Let's go back and forth. Y'all let me know. What did you guys think about the movie Michael? Ebro, I gotta dress you, my brother. I gotta dress you. I'm gonna record that video very, very soon. We don't like we need to talk, my brother. We need to talk. But again, that's all I have for you today. Here's our information. Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok at And in This Corner Podcast. Y'all see the shirt. New merch. We're gonna drop it soon. Shout out to my frat brother, John P. Bro, I appreciate you more than you know. So again, new merch. It's gonna come out. This is first one prototype. So we got some. I'm gonna drop some t-shirts. We got the hoodies. Hey, Bait Your Auntie's coming. The Bait Your Auntie is coming. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. Again, I'm sorry. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok at And in This Corner Podcast. That's And in This Corner Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And in This Corn, CORNE with the number 1. And in This Corn with the number 1. Instagram, TikTok, And in This Corner Podcast. Twitter or X, And in This Corn with the number 1. Hey, y'all, man. Hey, love y'all. Y'all done everything. Y'all have followed us. Y'all subscribe. Remember, get us to that 1,000 followers. Please share our content. Follow us. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And you know what? Happy Mother's Day to all y'all mothers. Peace.